Hi, I'm Monty McKinnon and welcome. Today we have a special episode going on here because we're going to work on getting ready for the neck, and we got to work on the body, which means we got to use our Starbond glue. And this poor little guy fell off the wall. This is like a ceramic bird, and my wife was heartbroken about this because she likes birds, and I said, well, no problem, I'll fix it. She doesn't know I have a secret weapon, and I'm going to show you that and tell you about that in just a minute. But first, before we do anything, let's spin that intro. Okay, we are back, and it is time. The bird's nose broke off, and this Starbond glue, this CA glue, comes in a medium, a thick, a black, a white, and a thin. I'm going to use the thin on the guitar in just a minute or two, and I'm going to show you how we do that. But you might not know about the black. The black is perfect. And sure enough, if you notice, this bird right in here has a black head on it, and his nose broke. So I was able to use some of this black CA glue from Starbond and fix it. Now he's got tail feathers here that have to go on, and these are going on this way. Now, this is really difficult for me, because, as you know, my hand shakes a lot. So I think what I'm going to do, because it's going to set up very quickly, is I'm going to use the thin. No, I would like to use the medium. Isn't it great that you have a choice between medium, thin? Medium is, the thin is like running water. The thin here, the medium, the thin is like running water. The medium is more like, a syrup of some sort, and it works so well. Just spreading that around there. This is like a ceramic. I don't know what the material is, to tell you the truth, but I do know that it works. So here we go. Let's fix this little guy. Come on, hand. Come on, stand still. Look at that. Love this stuff. This is the accelerator, which causes this to set up really quickly. What I'm going to do next, that was the medium, right? And I'm going to hit that with some of the thin, because it's going to run around there and fill those cracks that are still there, and I'm sure there are still cracks in there. Now, I have to be upfront with you and tell you that Starbond sent me this stuff to try, and I really, really like it. So there are so many uses for this glue. It's a great glue, and I tell you, I can't build a guitar without it. I just can't do it. Now, what I am going to do, because his beak is flat, I'm going to give him another little shot here on here of black. Kind of build up his beak a bit. There's a link down below for the Starbond glue. And if you use my name, McKinnon, and you order some of this, you get 10% off. But don't forget to order the accelerator and the debonder. It's really important. Now, let's talk a little bit about the body here and about the neck. This is the neck that I'm going to use. It's going to sit like so on the guitar. Okay, it's going to be here like that. Now, one of the things that we have to do that's very important here is we have to make sure this is perfectly flat in here where the neck is going to join. I can feel it coming up around, and where the actual block is, it feels almost like it dips, but it doesn't. I have taken great pain to look at this and make sure, because it's going to be shaped this way and this way with the neck, I need to make sure that this is all flat, and it's perfectly flat, and it's flat this way. It's flat this way. So I'm pretty happy with this in here. However, this is where the Starbond CA glue comes in. Right in here where my finger is, you may be able to see there's a little dimple in there, and I would like to get that out. I don't know if it really matters all that much, but I can see one over here. So we need to just tilt this, and we're going after this piece right in here. All right. And all I'm doing is setting up some CA glue. I'm going to put it onto the body of the guitar, and once it's on the body of the guitar, I'm going to sand it, because the best hole filler, if you will, is the actual side of the guitar. So there's just, I mean, would it fill up with pumice and all of that when we finish it? Yeah, probably will. But I just like to do this. Now you can see there's the tiniest drop on there. And now here we go. I want that to set a bit. All right, you can see that is virtually gone. And what I have to do at this point, this is the final check. I want to make sure that we have no other, there's a tiny little speck there. You know, it may be overkill to do this, but here's the thing. Do you want to buy a guitar where you can see a space in it between the binding and the actual body of the guitar? I don't. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Now there's a couple of spots. This banging here and there is the cutout from the rotor of the sound port pieces that we had in there. Well, I think that's pretty well got that ready to go. I will finish the top and I will finish the back, and then we're going to get onto the neck. And what we have to do next is we're going to measure the angle of the neck, and we're going to use an adjustable square, and we're going to do this where we have this like so. This is why it's important, because I want this angle here, we want this angle to be perfect on the guitar. So I've got that in there where it's going to go. I tighten that. Now I want to make sure that it's pretty darn good. Yes, sir. That looks great. Now that angle, this angle here, that's important, because now what I need to do is I need to transfer that angle to this piece of wood so that it is shaped in such a way that it will fit, and I will end up cutting this on an angle so that it's right now, when it sits on the guitar body, it is absolutely straight up and down here. It's perfectly flat straight here, but we don't want that exaggerated. What we want is it tilted like this, so that when the fingerboard is on here, it's flush with this. but it's riding up to the bridge, and it comes over the bridge so that the strings, when they're on the frets, will be at the right height. That's why you always hear people saying, I want low action, I want higher action, or I want a medium action. I need to change the action on my guitar. That's what they're talking about, is the angle of the strings. So we're going to be working on that next, and I will get to that. And I will just give this a final sanding. What I would like to do next, I'm not sure. I don't know whether I'm going to spray this with nitrocellulose lacquer or whether I'm going to do a French polish. And I would really be interested to know what you think. Would you like to see me do the French polish? The lacquer is a little more difficult because it would have to go out into the garage when the weather is warmer. And it's going to take us a little while to get the neck done and the fingerboard and all of that kind of stuff. But when it is done, do we spray this thing? It gives it a nice big shine and a high gloss. Or do we do a satin finish on it and finish it with the French polish? Now, the advantage of the French polish is if you have a mark or something of this nature, it's very easy to fix. Very easy to fix. Not so much with the lacquer, because then you've got a lot more work to do with the lacquer. All right, that's it for me. I'm done. I'm having my cup of Yorkshire tea here today. This is really nice tea. I'm telling you, you got to get yourself some. And I want to thank the people at Starbond for providing this glue. It is absolutely, I've used different CA glues. This is probably the best I've used. And so I highly recommend it. And I would encourage you again to use my name if you order any of this, because you get a discount and you might as well save money. And it doesn't hurt to save a few bucks, okay? So that's it. If you like this, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell, get notified, kick the bell right through the goalposts of heaven, whatever turns you on. Hit it with a hammer, hit it with an axe. I don't care what you do. Kick it with your soccer boots or a soccer ball or a baseball bat. Just smash the bell so you get noticed the next time I come up with a bright idea. All right, that's it for me. And by the way, we got some very exciting collabs coming up for you very, very soon. So you're going to like this. It's only going to get better from here on in. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.